back, man. I am back. I had to take a little sabbatical here. Make sure y'all can hear me right and everything. Let me get everything set up here. Yeah, man, I had to take me a little break. I got a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Like, yo, let me tell y'all something. I don't brag much when I got stuff going on because I've never been like that. Most of the people that know me in real life know that that's how I am. Y'all excuse me, I just finished eating. Everything like I was starving, so you know what I'm saying. But a lot of people know I don't brag and stuff like that when I'm doing stuff or whatever. I've always been the type of person I brag about it after the creation and after it's made some sense, you know. But rest assured, out of three reasons, I just want to get this out of the way right now. Out of three reasons why I have not been here in the past 2 days, because like I said, I just been busy doing other stuff or whatever, and I got to keep it a buck with you. I know you guys see 50,000 views, 30,000 here, 60,000 here, but between my Cash App and between Google, it just don't add up enough to be dedicating. You know what I mean, time. So if I could give y'all like clips and things like that, I'll probably pretty much be doing that from now on, moving forward or whatever. I told you I was gonna be doing it like this anyway, and then this story with Charlie and a couple other things kind of brought me into the fray. But yeah, man, that's just where it's gotta be. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that for some people that enjoy me or whatever. I would say, hey, donate, but there's a such thing as just like everybody else. My page is monetized, like many people know, and it's a such thing as trading time for money. Some people take it as taking, or you're trying to get over on us, or you're trying to take it, but no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I can assure you, I'm not. And most of the people that have been in my channel way before a lot of you guys have will also validate that as well. So I just want to make sure I got that out the way. People that have donated to me in the past, they know I'm a stand-up guy. I'll always do what I say I'm going to do with the money. That's for one. Always, including this nice little nifty stand that I got here that one of my donators, let me turn this on. One of my donators, shout out to him, Ahmad H, helped me purchase. It was $74. I got it for 63. So it worked out, saved a couple of dollars or whatever. But this is a nice little handy, as you can see, no hands. You know what I mean? Everywhere I move, let me move this a little closer to me. This is actually ran by AI, so it's an AI stand. So as y'all can see, as I turn or lean, you see I ain't touching it. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to break it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. The camera has to be right on you for it to work. And it's like, it's got a little stick. There we go. So y'all can see, you know what I mean? So I buy things that I need, equipment, stuff like that or whatever. Equipment, traveling course. A lot of people ask me why I ain't filming in New York no more. Since they see me the other night at Trump Tower, whatever. I was up there, whatever, real late night or whatever. But it was just convenient at the moment. I was in the area. Really, that's what it really boiled down to. I didn't do that for you guys, unfortunately. I did that just because that was on my agenda and I was in that area. Really, I mean, really, that's what it boiled down to. So, yeah, man, I'm sorry for people that have been subscribed to me for a long time. And they're like, yo, son, you ain't been here like a day or two or whatever. And I'm just like, yo, man, if ain't no bread happening, I can't dedicate another I can't dedicate another year to this or another 6 months even in the same format of doing lives. I'm gonna get into the diatribe and everything, but I just want to make sure because somebody had wrote that in my one of my comments, and they wrote it in a different way. It actually got repelled or what do you call it, retracted, but I still saw it because I could see it in what's the name? I could see it in YouTube Studio. So I went over there and checked it out, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right. So that's my best suggestion. If you like me, you like the commentary I do, make sure you hit the Cash App, support the channel, whatever. I got a lot of other things going on. I got rent to pay, bills to pay. I just splurged some money on a freaking new cell phone again, so I can bring y'all a better quality of what's the name because I lost my last cell phone. So it's amazing how they'll typecast it when it's men of color on here and they're saying, yo, donate or hit the like button or something like that versus um, particularly a lot of different women and a certain type of man, evidently. So, it is what it is. I appreciate all y'all that do support and do show love to the channel. I do appreciate y'all. So, where do I start? Let's start with my man Charlie Kirk. I wanted to start there with Charlie Kirk because one, Trump has made a decision today, and he has said that he's going to attend his funeral, and he said it very vividly, very loudly in the press conference today, and I don't have no problem with that. Um, I will say this much though. Be careful with this one, Trump. And this is why I'm going to tell you this. The other day when I was over here, I read back as far as it was back in, I believe, February, and the FBI had came forward and said that there were all these white supremacist groups in Utah. I named many of them the other day over here, but this was groups that are far worse than anything you can imagine that Charlie Kirk was part of. In fact, there's been a lot of pushback lately, um, because now a lot of things are pointing towards certain individuals, which I'm not going to say their names here, but they said that Charlie Kirk just wasn't radical enough. And I said, well, don't that add up to what I said before to y'all? I said, y'all think he was radical. You have no clue or idea. Or there's some groups out here that have members. I'm not saying all inclusively, because all inclusively, what I found out is not all these people are willing to take it to the domestic terrorist level. Not all of these people are willing to take it to, I'm going to take somebody out, or I'm going to take the demand. It's certain individuals that are within these groups and these understandings of these groups that you could call far right, you could call them extreme right, or you can call them, whatever your fancy is. I don't know. One thing I do know is not all these guys that are in these groups, they're all in there for different reasons too. I mean, you have to think about the same. I always use this. You have to think about it in the same terms of why the average black or Latin kid would join a gang. They join a gang because of pure simple fact they feel alienated from society. They join a gang because they may be lacking a parent at home. They join a gang for many different reasons. So when you have situations like this, where you have one individual and he decides amongst a whole group of people, whether it be the gropers, the groppers, whatever the name is, or whatever those groups are out there in Utah that were pre-existing before this thing happened tragically to Charlie Kirk here. Please pay attention to this. And please pay attention very wisely. Charlie Kirk is gone. You understand? But for all those that are concerned, or state your concern, I see some of that concern is dying down as the story is dying down. But there's a modus operandi to this. For a lot of y'all that are so concerned, as I like to say it, be aware of this. There's many groups to the left. I said before, and I'll say it again, and I applaud, because I'm now hearing a couple people come out their own mouth and say it. I didn't even know who Charlie Clark was until this happened. I said, thank you for doing that. And it's mostly I just heard men saying it. I heard one or two women say it or whatever. But it's the truth, and I've told y'all that before. A lot of people, specifically African American and white, had never heard of Charlie Kirk. Never heard of Charlie Kirk a day in their life. And they were so ample in their discussions and everything else or whatever. And you could tell they were just doing surface material. They didn't do the things that I did. I combed layer by layer. If you don't believe me, just go back and look at some of my old uploads that I've done so far concerning him. You'll be surprised. You know what I mean? Thank you, Maria, for being honest. That's why I said most black people and white people had never even heard of him. What you had seen him at, and I said this the first day after it happened, I said, I remember seeing him on TikTok. And then I didn't even know Turning Point was a big thing like that. I thought they were just like a YouTube page or whatever. I had no idea the expansion they had because of the pure simple fact I had just watched the clips. Now, there are other separatist groups that many of y'all know have come here to my page to describe how much they're in anguish or pay me back or whatever the case may be they're doing. And I've been over on their pages here on YouTube and the two other apps, which I'm not going to mention to you. But because if I get y'all over there and going over there, y'all mess up the whole thing. Sometimes being quiet is the best thing to do, and some of y'all just don't know how to do that. Guys, we got over 65 people in the chat room. Can y'all double tap the screen and hit the like button, please? I appreciate it. With that being said, there are many groups that are left now in Utah and the surrounding areas in Utah and that basin. You have to understand, this country was once upon a time furrier country. You know, furrows and pelt switching and selling happened in these areas of Utah and Montana and the plains and all these states. The French and everybody else used to go through these places looking for pelts from bears and wolves and rabbits. And then more importantly, in Utah, you have the Church of Latter-day Saints and Brigham Young, which his church, in fact, if many of y'all don't know, I think it was up until the 90s maybe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't even want any people of color in their church. This meant Latin, Asian, black, you name it. They did not want you in their church. This is the truth. It was a purity issue, which is many of the times synonymous with these groups, whether they're black or white. It's this purity thing. If you look at a lot of these black separatist groups that are popping up nowadays online, you'll see they'll have the same type of rhetoric. They do their thing kind of like how the Irish and the Italians did it, which is funny to me because if you know those stories, if you ever seen the movie Gangs of New York or whatever the case may be, you will quickly catch that. You'll be like, oh, okay, this is people of the same, basically the same color, but different ethnicities culturally. Different cultural backgrounds or whatever the case may be, warring with each other. Well, right now you have a thing with that right now where it's international blacks, if you want to say, from Europe, Africa. It's only a small quadrants and spectrums, but that's all. That's how these movements get started, don't you know? This is how the Night Riders ultimately turned into the KKK. You know, so make no mistake about it. And if you need a better example, Black Lives Matter started out as something small, and they turned into something big, and they ended up being Antifa. They got hijacked. So these groups, they're synonymous as far as their entrenchments in somebody's mind mentally and being able to take over on them. Previously, as you've seen with a David Koresh, previously you've seen with a Reverend Jim Jones, previously what you've seen with Heaven's Gate, previously what you've seen with many of different other people, Dr. Malachi York, many other ones. Or they got a black one, a white one, a polka dot one, a Latin one. They just had a Latin guy just a minute ago. I'm going to read you out about him. And a pastor that was arrested in Mexico. Congregation runs around telling them the next thing coming. Now, if any other time in American history, because of our affliction with social media, which I think is a demon seed, and I think needs to be put under control before we destroy ourselves. I am in my 40s now, and I'm in my last year of my 40s. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm getting older. That's another reason why I'm putting emphasis on getting this new music out and all that stuff or whatever, before it's too late to do it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can tell you is, and it's a little time that I've been on Earth, I never remember a time when people were so adamant about their convictions racially or gender-wise. I remember a time still when you could go into a club, and I'm talking about this is in my 30s, you could go into a club and dance with a girl, not have a problem. Now, not her wondering if you're a misogynist or what you're trying to do and trying to psychoanalyze you or whatever. We come a long way in society via this internet thing, but the problem is what we've come to is a brick wall now. Now, if you ask me why I say this, I'll give you an example. I talked about the T-App. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with it. I'll give you a quick synopsis if you're not. The T-App was designed and invented, believe it or not, by a white gentleman that was part of the LGBTQ community. No shots intended, but I have to make sure I put that out there. He was upset because someone tried to catfish his mother, he said. Somebody tried to catfish his mother. Yep, that's what he said. And so someone had tried to catfish his mother, and it gave him inspiration and drive to create his own app. Guys, we got over 140 people in here. Can you double tap the screen and hit the like button? I appreciate it. With that being said, we got this man. He invents the app, and he says, I want to make it so it's a safe space for women. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to require you to prove that you're a woman on the app. So what he did was he made all of them show their ID to sign up for the app. Pay attention. Make sure you underline that part right there. He made all the women sign up for the app by showing the app, their ID. Once they signed up for the app, we all sequentially, what happened after that. There was a leak and a breach. The point was all these girls' IDs were leaked, and I'm going to show you how this bends here. All these girls' IDs were leaked, yes, and that's a terrible thing, but you're missing the main point of this. He made them show an ID to prove who they were to sign up for the app. That's the part that a lot of people are missing here. Now, I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think internet regulation needs to be stiffened in America. We have too much of people online right now, and I'll use Charlie Kirk's assassin, which I will not mention that person's name. His assassin had a manifesto that he left on YouTube. The one that shot up the children's Christian school or whatever may have you slightly before him, same thing. He left a manifesto on social media. If you dig deep into most of these mass shooters, what you will find is many of them leave a manifesto behind. When you look at Buffalo, New York, and the gentleman up there, well, I'm not going to call him a gentleman, the white gentleman that drove so eloquently from his neighborhood and neighboring Pennsylvania, up near the Poconos up there in the mountains, don't you know? And he drove to Buffalo, New York, and he decided, he said, you know what, I'm going to sit with these black people for a whole day. He sat with them. Meaning one guy bought him something to eat because he didn't have anything to eat. And the guy didn't know, he didn't bring no more money, a lot of money with him like that because he knew what he was going to do. So imagine your predator sitting there right next to you. You understand what I'm saying? Now listen, innocent people, I don't agree with that at all. But there's some people, I'll keep that to myself. Don't say that. I'll keep that to myself. Then I'll be guilty of the same thing. There are some people that don't understand the power of words. There are some people that think that online is a picnic to sit around and joke and ha 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 and he with no repercussions. Well, times have changed. Yeah, times have changed. And I don't know whether the invention of myself or many other personalities that happen online. I'm not the toughest guy in the world, nor do I profess it. I've been through a lot of stuff. I've been in the streets for real. So that much I can stamp my hand on. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking to two guys. I got to did two of them. You understand what I'm saying? 2 tours of duty. You know what I mean? There wasn't no Mickey Mouse tours either. So for me, I know the stakes when it comes to stuff like this. We need to regulate this guy there. What's going on, Lady Sparkle? We need to regulate the internet. It will stop people from doxing people. It will stop people from going around catching people's personal information. It'll stop people from going around anonymously contacting people's kids and nieces and cousins and all this wild stuff that's been implemented by a lot of women. Believe it or not, these are tactics of women. You know, when a woman get mad at you, real mad, when a woman get real mad at you, what's the first thing she do? We're not all women, you know what I'm saying. But there was a song written about this. I'll bust the windows out, yo. Y'all finish it off. And there's many of other songs written just about it. They can be better. Some of them just crazy. I have to say, I done had my batch of crazy chicks, you know, like a crazy chick can be unique. I'm getting to that in a minute. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? What kind of crazy she actually is. I kind of prefer a girl that's a little bit crazy because I know if I get into some stuff with some girls, I know she's going to handle her business. Clear up the nose drip? I would, man. I would. You know what? But I've been sick for the past 2 weeks or whatever. I'm so glad you concerned, though, as a good man out here. Everybody give this good man a round of applause that's worried about another man running nose. Everybody give him applause. His name is Toy Panda. Real sweet name up in here. He wants to be recognized. Y'all recognize him, huh? I'm glad you showed up. You just a type, nah. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Once you throw an insult, you out of here. Yeah, we don't do that. He'll spend the rest of the show doing that. Guys, make sure y'all double tap the screen and hit the like button. We got over 180 people in here. What's the problem? Oh, I get it. You know what's funny? If you've been here for a while, on my channel, you know what burns a lot of people about me, black and white? I'll tell you this, and this goes in the fact of Charlie Kirk and many other people like him. Some people don't like people telling honesty. Some people don't like people speaking how it is. Some people prefer that you jump online and the same very people that they talk against in major media. Oh, I don't like those people on major media. Why not? Because they're too glossy and they're too plastic and they're too this and they're too that and they're dishonest and da. And never for 5 seconds do you stop and think to yourself or even register in your mind, these YouTubers that you got are the exact same way nowadays. They lie to you. You confide in them, and many times they're never right. And many of these YouTubers will manipulate you because they want your cash apps. So people that sit up there and tell the honest God truth can have 235 people in their chat room and only 10 likes. That's the way that this internet is being utilized nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? Even the people are so much robots that it's getting to the point where, you know, with Jordan Peterson and many of those other people beforehand that I had delved into and, you know, got a lot of stuff from, it seems like everything they're saying has come to fruition. We have a nation full, literally, of kids that were raised on the internet. We have a nation full of adults that are older than them that decided to acquiesce themselves from where they know. I'm sorry, if you're 35, 40, 45 years old, you remember the world before the internet. Or subsequently, how much friendlier the world was, how much more interaction we had before we started fully utilizing the internet, which was encouraged. It was encouraged by teachers. It was encouraged by politicians. It was encouraged by many of different people. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when I say we should make people show an ID, well, this is why. Listen to here. My nose is leaking because I've been sick for the past 2 weeks. I appreciate your concern. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those. Like, this is part about me that's kind of old school. Like, I'm like a guy. So I don't give a fuck if I got a little bit of snot hanging off my nose. So what? Deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? How the fuck do I know what? You might be sitting in bed right now with rollers in your hair, scratching your ass, and got a pair of ripped underwear on, and you're telling me how I should be. Nigga, fuck you and your cash app. Don't you ever come up in my motherfucking chat room putting your ass app in my shit. You see what I mean? This is the type of people that you got nowadays. Give me 1 second. Like I said, these silly motherfuckers, they never want to take, and this is why I said, most of these people that's on here is exactly the same people that they point their fingers at the what's the name. Like, literally, they'll point their fingers at people that are in major media, and they'll be like, I don't like this person, I don't like this person, I don't like this person is this person is, and you listen to YouTubers that trying to emulate the same personalities as these people in major media. So that doesn't make sense to me if you're saying that this is a free space and everything like that. And people here, they know I know what I'm talking about, and instead, they won't even hit the goddamn like button. I got 300 people in here and 12 likes. Now, it's a mixture of things. Some of it is racism. Some of it is sexism. Some of it is gender specific. Some of it is they don't believe a man of color can be specifically on point about stuff or whatever consistent way or whatever the case may be. And I was right because, as you see, I said that 60 of them disappeared. They just wanted to see what I was going to say. You see what I mean? So that's why I don't spend a lot of time here no more doing this live stuff. I do these lives maybe once or twice a week or whatever, keep it moving. This is a joke now to me. This space specifically is a joke to me. It seems like somewhere around about 2 years ago, we just started getting a whole bunch of tards and goofies and trolls and losers and shit like that here on this app lately. I think there's a lot of bullshit information that gets spread on this app. That app is being used evidently for Charlie Kirk's assassin to leave his manifesto on here, and they could take the conversation from here and say we're going to go over to 4chan now. We're going to go over here now. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing what we have. 277 people in here and only 17 likes. I told you, most of this you just got to get used to it. Don't worry about it. I'm used to it. Y'all not here for me, and I'm not here for y'all. How about that? We can make it fair. Only person in here I know in here so far is Lady Sparkle. That's the only person. Everybody else, I don't know these motherfuckers in here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, they're living in the cyber world. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you're talking to a batch of people, even the subscribers, they're so used to listening to content creators that are in that space. You know, there's plastic. Listen, most people know me and they signed up to my page. I worked in the music industry for 17 years. I've been around multi-millionaires since I was 21 years old up until the time I was 38. Do you understand me? From the time I was 21 going on 22 up until 38. Some of these people, they ain't never been around a star or nothing like that until they were 35, 40, 45 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And now they're etching into people because they're interviewing these people. Because a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate it, Jay. A lot of these people, they ain't never been recognized a day in their life. You understand what I'm saying? And so, just like Charlie Kirk's assassin, he had never been acknowledged in his life on a broader scale. So when they come here to the social media plateau to get their respect here. And their respect usually is coming from other people that, in my personal opinion, I think most of the people that are podcast personalities or whatever, if you listen to them and you look at them real good, see, I'm not a podcaster. I'm a musician that just happened to become a podcaster. You understand what I'm saying? Because I saw a space in there that needed to be filled. But even then, when I started almost, 4 years, almost going on 5 years ago now, I said 6, but it's actually 4 going on 5. When I started 5 years ago, almost going on, 4 years ago, because it'll be 2020. When I started because it was during the pandemic. I had some things I wanted to talk about, and most people knew me from the music industry. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't hard for me as soon as I said who I was attached to get a lot of followers. I got 3,000 followers within the first 2 days of me posting something. Like literally. The first joint that I posted on here did 165,000 views in one day. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I've been getting numbers. There ain't a problem with that. The problem lays in this, and I'll say this specifically and exclusively, and I exempt everybody else out for. But the reason you see so much manipulation and people like Charlie Kirk's assassin become popular on websites like this, and this is why I say we need to start making people show their ID before they sign up with this. Whether we have to have a congressional hearing here in my state in Connecticut, we had Senator Blumenthal, who I think Trump or whoever the power should be should reach out to him and ask him how he did it, because he was the one that brought Mark Zuckerberg, him and Joe Lieberman, they brought Mark Zuckerberg in front of federal Congress and they made them testify. And I think no matter how powerful Google is, and I'm not disrespecting Google, the alphabet company that owns them, or this app right here, but what I'm saying is there is a problem that you guys are not acknowledging. And since you're not acknowledging it, and the neglect of you acknowledging it, because all those people, for Charlie Kirk's assassin, Charlie Kirk's assassin, all those people that were on his page or whatever, he announced to them what he was going to do. There's a manifesto, whether it's made up or believable, that's on you. But there's a manifesto of what he was saying to his fans here on this app. You understand? And I said, whether you believe the manifesto or don't believe it or whatever, I just had somebody in my chat room say, excuse me 1 second, people. Let me tell you something. What's your name? Prep QC? Let's embarrass you the same way you try to embarrass me. You've been here for 14 years and got 78 subscribers. You ain't quite set the world on fire, have you, motherfucker? But just like anybody else, and like I was sitting there saying, your real name ain't Prep QC, nor is that really your real picture. You understand what I'm saying? So you're the exact reason I'm glad you showed up, because that's what I'm trying to tell these good people here. Motherfuckers like you that form an anonymity, that'll be enough out of you. Quiet, bitch. Quiet, bitch. People that operate like that, that's exactly who I'm talking about. See, a lot of them people was over there here on this YouTube channel, and they were listening to that boy as he was talking about what he was talking about on his YouTube channel. The fuck you mean? It's been over 100 and something different outlets that reported that. He's like, what you talking about? They always say that. The other day, I talked about how those two gentlemen, and I'll show you their video in a minute, they were sitting up there, and they were right beside Charlie Kirk. I couldn't figure it out at first. But I looked at it, and I said again, because before I had it zoomed in. So I didn't have the footage that they later released 2 days later after I just said it. You know what I'm saying? And so it was funny to me. I was like, I just said this. So you have this other thing where you have a bountiful of racists and genderists and misandrists and what name you. You know what I'm saying? This is not everybody, but because I live in trust me, I live in an old school white state. I live in Connecticut on the shoreline. You know the vibes. You know what I mean? So that's not even a question. I've got so many white folks that are friends of mine. I mean, dear-hearted friends of mine. Well, I've been to their funerals, family functions, Christmases with them, everything else in this beautiful state, nutmeg state as we call it. That's not the issue. The issue is the separatists on both ends. And a lot of people of color don't. Guys, we got 500 people in here and only 28 likes. Man, come on, man. Double tap the screen and hit the like button, man. That's for free. You ain't got to hit the cash app. But at least don't disrespect me and double tap the screen and hit the like button. That's disrespectful as heck, bro. But we move on. You get people that hide anonymity here online. And most of the time, they're subscribers. You know it can't be the personality that's blogging to you, so it's the subscribers. And just like you saw that other gentleman that came in just a few minutes ago and wanted to say what he wanted to say after he had been on here for 14 years and had 78 subscribers, it goes back to what I was saying before. This is all a rat race for popularity and clout now. This is not a forum where you're here to speak or whatever. This is a forum now where you do extreme acts like take out Charlie Kirk. Listen, Charlie Kirk says some things about black Americans and Latins. I don't mean he ain't say nothing to the fact that I want to pull up on him and say, yo, let me hop up on this roof and get rid of him right now. He's going to be a wild problem. Matter of fact, I'll even go as far as to say this. All those people over there at Turning Point or whatever, y'all don't understand the difference. This is what happens when you get a lot of people. And it goes the same for whites too. And I'll get to y'all point in a minute too, because this is the point that y'all don't get. And I like to play this equilibrium here because I've grown up around both. And a third, Latino, of course. But this is my point. When you get a group of people that for some reason or another are not bothering anybody other than saying words. Words. Everybody say words. I done said some racist things before myself. So what? That don't mean that I want to, who I was directed that to, I want to go at it. Many of y'all have too, so shut the fuck up. That doesn't mean that I want to pick up a pistol at that point and go take out whoever the setter was. Now, there's been 1 or 2 times I have. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, yo, hold up. No, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But even then, I wouldn't have took the guys like, fresh wound flag or something. You know what I mean? You still operational. Out of commission for a little bit, but you still operational. You know what I mean? But never ever thought about taking somebody's life. Because they said some shit online that I didn't like. And I viewed them as not extreme enough. So what's the depths of your extremity? Oh, the depths of their extremity is domestic terrorism. And that's what my white friends, my black friends, we have to have the discussion about. See, I love this country. I really do. I come from a family that's military, heavily military, multiple branches, served, honored, and was Shriners. Make no mistake about me. That's my mother's whole side of the family, except for her and her sister, her older sister. God bless her heart. She passed away, my older aunt. So when I say this with pride. And shout out to anybody that served and did their duty in multiple branches, even the Coast Guard. I know y'all don't get y'all props sometimes. Shout out to the Coast Guard too. And the National Guard. Y'all don't get y'all props either. You know what I'm saying? But I love this country. I really do. And I hate to see where it's coming to now, where I can't even sit down and have a conversation with somebody, or there's been an upticking effort for some reason or another to dismiss the black guys. Let's dismiss the black guys. Da, 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 da. And then many times those voices will come from people that are actually minorities themselves. Asian, African, Latino, which is funny as hell to me. I'm like, how can you be like, yo soy la cubano la moreno. I'm half Cuban and half black American. I have times, and other friends of mine have times. I have another friend named Marina. Okay, Marina, she's Dominican. Very dark skin. She's darker than me. All right? And if you see Marina, or a whole bunch of my other Dominican or Honduran friends, you would think that they're fully black American, right? Like the way they're going to talk, except for Marina. Marina definitely got a Latin accent. A couple of them do. My point is, you'll have some people that are white Latinos that don't like black Latinos and never met black Latinos, specifically Caribbean Latinos, not Latin American like Ecuador, Peru, respetando, tú sabes, pero la gente latino, tú sabes, but esa es diferente, pero la Caribbean, tú sabes, pero Jamaica, West Indies, tú sabes, pero el puertorriqueño, el República Dominicano, la salud de la gente, la cubano, you know what I mean? Like, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have these tribes of people, they'll come together in one ubiquitous tribe, and they'll literally fortify the same tropes and racisms that are being used on them. There's no way you could tell me you're an Asian American kid and you've never been to school and a group of white kids made fun of you. But you'll point to the black kids, the ones that would accept you and would bring you in and embrace you. You point your nose and sniff it up in the air because you think you see more opportunity with them. You'll have Middle Eastern folks that do the same thing. Now, I'm not talking about to the average hood booger. No. Don't make no mistake about that. I don't even fuck around with them. What I'm talking about is, well, I got some goons and stuff like that, but I've known them for a long, long time. I'm talking about new street motherfucker. Now, I'm not into that. Not unless I need you for something, you know? But anyway, long story short, let me get back to what's the name. You're a citizen. I'm proud of it. As you should be, Cousin Larry. As you should be. I went to a black and Spanish high school in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm white. I never saw so much racism between each other. I would look at on any see me there, it was so much racist between. Yeah, it was. And a lot of times, like I said, it's implemented. Like, I know it myself, but don't dry snitch on self now. I'm a black. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? I don't even know you. Get your bitch ass the fuck up on out of here. Get your hoe ass. Another one. Been here for 8 years and one follower. That's why I try to tell you, you got to watch those people. As soon as you see them in there, get rid of them quick. Get rid of them quick. Get rid of them quick. As soon as you see a troll in your chat room, a lot of people tell you, don't look at the chat room. No, you got to be able to learn how to be simultaneous. Look at the chat room. Look at your audience. Look at the view count. Look at the likes. Make sure you're doing that all at one time. I don't have no moderators or nothing like that, so you got to excuse me for the brief interruption. Once again, when you have a lot of these people that are going against men of color, they're going against women, they're going against other minorities or whatever, even within their minority classes, they go against people like South Indians and East Indians. Go at it, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Dark-skinned Mexicans and light-skinned Mexicans, go at it, believe it or not. And there's a disdain for that population down in Mexico. You don't believe me? Go down there and look. In Cuba, definitely. You could be like, yo, salud, la libre, la cubano. And they'll look at you and be like, you know? And I think it really all boiled down to, like, Canelo got knocked out the other night. I think niggas just need to start putting their hands on motherfuckers. Like, to be honest with you, sometimes when you don't put your hands on people that are used to, like, not, let's say, civilized situations or whatever, sometimes the best thing to do is put your hands on them. That's the only way you're going to stop. That's the only language they understand is putting their hands on them. So when you get women that emphasize all the time, oh, this be nice, be nice, be nice. Sometimes, fellas, you got to put your man voice on it and be like, shut up, bitch. This shut up, bitch. We got it. Are you going to fight this war? If it break out, no, you're not. So shut up, bitch. Shut up. I know how two men interact with each other. I don't need your motherfucking help. Shut up, bitch. And it's hard for a lot of these hoes to shut the fuck up. Y'all excuse my French. Black, white, polka dot, it don't matter. There's too many bitches online talking right now is what the fuck I'm saying. And they all screaming war. They all screaming fighting. They all screaming this, but softer than a baby ass. Marky Mark, what's going on, doggy? Softer than a baby ass. And these are the main ones that will be in the middle of the tweet trend, the fucking post. They just everything. I gotta talk about this and I gotta talk about that. And this makes my ass itch. And I'm on my period this week and I feel like this. And as a woman and the blah blah. The fuck and shit. I'm exploding. You know what I mean? This shit'll drive you crazy after a minute. You understand? What's going on, Mark? LOL. Been a while, huh, bud? Learn to actually speak to a woman, you might get laid again. That was the most hilarious shit I've ever seen. Is that from a man? You look like a child molester. What's this motherfucker's name? Wolf Raza. You look like a child molester. I ain't gonna hold you. Your whole picture, hold on, I gotta get a picture of you so I can post this up later so everybody know I ain't joking. You really look like you fuck with kids or some shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. You look like a nigga. Hold on, I'm gonna blow. I gotta make sure I get this nigga picture. Y'all give me 2 seconds. This nigga look like he fuck with kids. I'm dead serious. Oh wow, you got a mullet. Hold on, we about to fry you real quick. This nigga got a mullet. All right, Wolf Raza, is that your name? Listen, bro, you ain't helping out with the conversation here. You came in with the jokes and the giggles and all that shit, and that's cool, man. You want to be a comedian? Be a comedian. Just do me one favor. Do your comedian on your time. Shave that mullet. You look like you about 60. You actually look like you don't get no vajay. Look at them glasses this nigga's got on. Nigga, you can see Jesus with them motherfuckers. Get your pump pussy ass up on my chat room. Broke ass motherfucker talk about blah, 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 bitch. We don't care. We don't care. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to sit there and allow you to speak like that. Nah, we're good. Like I said, once again, y'all paying attention? You have these random people. Now, who the fuck was he? I don't even know who the hell he was. But you see, you get those people in here. No. Are you trying to say Norwich? Because I don't know what a Noah. I don't know what Noah is. I know what Norwich is. CT women not here soft. My father taught me well. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. We're not even talking about shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Don't say no more dumb shit like that. I'm going to get you the fuck out of here. And when nobody even talking about no shit like that. God with those lips ain't getting laid. A guy with those lips ain't getting laid. That is funny. So it's two of y'all niggas. How many followers you got? 9 years and 2 subscribers. His name is Junior Gut. He doesn't have any profile picture. Are y'all following what I'm saying here? Are y'all following what I'm saying here? We have a lot of these anonymous men. Because if you didn't know both of those men, I could just tell. We have a lot of these perverted anonymous men. We know you not broke with all that gold in your mouth. I hear you. I hear you. There goes another one. Move around out your face. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. You guys are proving my point even more. I appreciate you being here. More of y'all write in the chat. I need more of y'all because y'all my example. Y'all are my center right here. Y'all don't know. Y'all think y'all playing. I'm playing y'all. So keep writing. Keep writing. Keep writing in the chat room. I appreciate it. Keep putting them in, please. Some people just love. Yeah, this is grown men though. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. These are men. So these type of men, they go around. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a little story. And then I'm going to go back to Charlie. So if you never frequent my channel, one of the things I like to do, because I know people won't do it for me. A lot of people, they don't like to donate to me. A lot of people, they don't like to click the like button. It is what it is. I don't take this shit serious no more. I got the page monetized. The most I ever made a month on this page was $60. $60. You understand what I'm saying? This month, I'm at 1.4 million views thus far in the first 2 weeks I was on here. 1.4 million views. And altogether came up to $57 so far. You understand what I'm saying? So I tell people, I don't even tell people to hit the cash no more. I stopped putting up the Venmo. They say we ain't got cash yet. We need the Venmo. I stopped putting up the Venmo. I stopped putting up the what do you call it? The PayPal, all that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, you're allowing these troll-centric people to move around, interrupt conversations. They only come around, they only interrupt when you're saying something real. But the problem is these ghost followers and these ghost listeners. You have to be very careful what you say on here nowadays, because these ghost listeners, you never know who they talking to. You never know their ideologies. You never know if they retarded, if they sane, if they whatever they are. So I just make sure that like I said, I fell back. Yeah, I'm sorry about that too, more, because I know I ain't been here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I looked at the numbers. I did a live. That last live I did 54,000 views. It only had 189 likes. Everything I was saying in there was real. 2, I didn't have one single person cash at me a dime. You understand what I'm saying? I'll give you an example before that. The one I did before that had 30-something views. Same thing. So there's a thing on YouTube now that exists in multiple different platforms where you have, multiple different cultures of people, where you literally have men and women that are so adamantly against men of color and what they're saying that they'll even go as far as to tell people don't donate to you and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's very sad, but it happens. You know what I mean? I'm not going to ask you to donate because I was asking y'all to hit the like button. Y'all wouldn't even hit the like button. So it doesn't matter. But for me, I can't keep putting my energy up in here on a day-to-day basis just for some likes and some views and shit. Like, that shit don't make sense to me. When my page is monetized, I get millions of views now. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason or another, it's just like this type of people don't connect with me here on this app. And that's why I've been trying to find a new space to have my stuff located. This is a space now for clowns and goofies. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a place for clowns and goofies. Like, notice Michael Wilbur, another man. Most of the men here are closeted homosexuals, the majority of them. I'll have men, they either closeted homosexuals, predators, or child molesters. I've been in different girls' freaking what's and control freaks too, especially a lot of the white men. They're very much control freaks. But most of the men will come in here and they will be saying the sexual intermediate shit. They will be, Mark, you've been here when you see it for yourself. They'll be the ones in here, and then when you look at them, you'll all see they always got the same thing and synonymous, and that's why I always try to point out. That's why I point out how many people they got following them, because these are the same type of people that will be over there sitting with anti-Charlie Kirk people. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just the money ain't adding up. You know, I appreciate that, Marky Mark, but I can't be here with no money. Like right now, what time is it? Yeah, I got to cut this by 8:30, so I'm going to hurry this up. Got my vote, my dude. You were quick to handle that Joe Dirt. Probably not the guy to start trolling unless you fucking professional troll. That's why I say you been here 14 years, though, Spider-Man. It got to be a professional troll. Don't you just ask for money? Don't you just ask for money? There goes some other nigga trying to control somebody. Like a lot of these niggas, they can't control in their household, so they come online trying to control people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand the mentality of a lot of these people that are trolls here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he asked me now, what's my content? Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Why are you worried about it? You wasn't successful doing Michael Wilbur. Let's see how well he's done. He's been here for 3 years and got 10 subscribers. So it's very easy to get, what's up, Sala? It's very easy to get these people to follow, like the assassin of Charlie Kirk that they were following. Because one thing that all these people think, and what's linear with every last one of them, is they all want to be seen. And as long as you got a crowd of people that want to be seen, there'll always be a following for the one that's being seen currently. And what their hopes and aspirations are is, I hope I can be like him. I hope I can go viral. I hope that I can get Indians Exposed Investigations popping. I hope I can go viral. I hope that I can get some followers. I hope that I can get some likes. That's a big deal to somebody that has nothing. They don't have people that like them in their community. Most of these people that are online subscribers, most of these people subscribers in totality, they don't have friends in real life. Their family has alienated them many times. A lot of these people on here don't even know how to deal with their own inner emotions, but they'll sit around and tell everybody else how to deal with themselves. A lot of these people on here cannot be trusted. A lot of these people on here, including the podcasters, are straight up liars. A lot of these podcasters themselves, I know of 6 right now that y'all listen to on a daily basis, and if you ever fuck with me, I swear to God, I'm gonna tell everybody. There's 6 podcasters that y'all listen to right now that trying to act like they're intelligent, and in reality, these motherfuckers didn't graduate high school. I swear to God to you. I swear to God to you. And if a motherfucker that I'm talking about say something, bitch, you gonna be the first one we put out here. Now fuck with me. Fuck with me. You heard me correct. And 3 of the 4 have at least over 50,000 followers. Let me put it that way. We would love to have, why would we have subscribers when we don't upload videos to go live? Well, man, let me tell you something, right? You could be a commenter. I know people that have been professional commenters, Dan. That's what how long have you been here, Dan? Before that gives me an idea how to come at you. You've been here for 18 years and got 9 subscribers. That means you are the same thing. And I got to tell you what you are, Dan. Dan, you fall into another category. We call you a professional commenter. You ain't necessarily a troll. You're just a professional commenter. Now, that means you've been spending the past 18 years of your life sitting up here, Dan soft. Oh, you soft. Okay, I thought you said I was being rude. Dan, if you've been here for 19, 18 years or whatever, I would have thought by now you would have actually put you up a page instead of being a professional commenter at this point. I mean, at this point, you know the game better than I do. You've been here 18 fucking years. You a pro. I'm dead serious. He's a professional commenter. Not even commentator, commenter. How do you sit here for 18 years and never say it clicks in your mind? Okay, I watch all these people. I know this shit like the back of 18 years. Motherfucker, you been here since the intuition, the fucking beginning of YouTube for 18 years. 18 years? Hold up. You've been sitting here for I wouldn't sit here for 18 days if I wasn't making no money off this motherfucker. You out your mind. Dan, you gotta get you the fuck up on out of here. You can't be a professional commenter over here, bro. We don't need you. I appreciate you though, Dan. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. A professional commenter for 18 years. What the fuck? Why do I want him over here? They got 19 subscribers. God damn. Excuse my French, I'm sorry. For a short amount of guys. Guys, can you make sure you double tap the screen and hit the like button? Yeah, Dan got to do better. That was pathetic. It's always some dude that'll come in here. The big mouth ones usually are the ones that you need to go after. If you ever want to blog, just remember that. If you want, thank you very much, man. If you ever want to go after the real ones that are the most cantankerous or whatever, you have to look for the ones that have been on here for like 19, 18, 17, 14 years. Those are the ones that are the most vocal. For some reason or another, I don't know. I don't have time for it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on because I definitely got to be over here by 8:30. You would have more listeners if you wouldn't use bad language. I curse all the fucking time, so fuck you, bitch. Get your ass up out. How long you been here? You been here for 5 years. Notice this bitch didn't say anything about the people that were coming here saying shit to me. You understand what I'm saying? This bitch, she wanted it to show her way. Once again, a professional commenter who doesn't have anything going on. Laura Harris has been here for how long, Laura? Laura, you the bitch from Power 105. If you are, I don't like you, bitch. Oh, all right. Yeah, you definitely ain't her. You been here for 5 years. You ain't been successful either. See, I try to tell you. You get those type of people that are in here because they want the same dish out of the same media that they complain about. They want the same format. For example, on the regular terrestrial news at CNBC, NBC, or whatever the format is, we're not going to curse. Well, I don't fucking fit in that format because I like to curse. You understand what I'm saying? So, for that one, unless you have me in for some commentary real quick, yeah, I can put a pause on it. Or you better have your beep system really up to date. You know what I'm saying? Because if I feel like I need to curse, I'm going to curse. You understand what I'm saying? Second of all, you always get these assumptions, motherfuckers that come in here. I had over 400 people in here at one point or whatever. And I wasn't cursing a bit until it drawed down to like 200. And I was like, well, fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these people are so fucking soft and so fucking wanna-be-ish now because they believe that it's a tactic to use on the internet because I have to get a perception that I'm bigger than what I am and I'm better than what I am and I know I grew up in purity shit but I'm gonna project to everybody else that I'm better than everybody else because it's the internet. I have to be better than everybody else because there's the internet. Can I please stop cursing? Bitch, shut the fuck up. You been here for 5 years. I've been here for 5 years. You got 79 followers. I got 30K. Guess your way ain't it, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll help you out of here. Please stop cursing. The nerve. The nerve. Let's continue on here. What's my favorite word? Bitch. Why they gotta say it like short? Bitch? I don't know, man. I don't even know. Let's move on though, man. I'm gonna come back and circle back to Charlie in a minute here. What I want to talk about though, real quick, was actually Cardi B. You know, Cardi and Stefan, they're getting ready to have a baby. So she says. I don't know. The baby's got to make it to term first. I don't know what their situation is. Let me stop lying. But anyway, Cardi's getting ready to have a baby or whatever, and you can't say anything bad about Trump. Kerry, let me tell you something. Not only did I used to live up in that neighborhood, but if you go to my page right now, just go to my lives, you'll see the last one I did was probably like a week ago. I used to live in that neighborhood where Trump Tower is. Not only that, but I've been going up to Trump Tower for 6 years, if not more. I know people that work in Trump Tower. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some people you probably wouldn't even know. I knew the NSA up there, a couple other people, whatever. That they're very selective, and I will explain to you that they're very selective who sits there more than 5 to 10 minutes. Trust me on that. They will get you the fuck up out of it. It's not gonna be like, you know, certain other places where people found a little privy because they had a vajay. They don't play that shit up there. Now it's national security, and I've never, ever had one of those officers, not one time. And I want to remind you, the officer that introduced me to the spot and told me I could do what I wanted to do at the time was Trump was at the latter part of his last constituency, okay? And this is before Biden came in. And that officer, that black gentleman who was part of NSA, National Security, I'll thank him to this day. Because believe it or not, in other cultures, if you don't know, I am half black, so I can speak on this. You won't very much find a lot of black men trying to, like you see the picture I'm using right here with Charlie and President Trump. You see how President Trump's giving him a thumbs up right there, whatever. That's called endorsing someone. You understand what I'm saying? That's bringing them to the forefront or whatever. Most of the time, and Trump doesn't have anything to gain, he didn't have anything to gain out of Charlie financially. Most of the time when you see a black man do that, they're usually doing that because there's something in it for them in the long run. So they're not going to support you, or they won't, you know, do things like that or whatever off the grid. They're going to do it for themselves. It's some of the most narcissistic shit you ever see in your life. Yo soy la cubano, ¿por qué? Huh? Oh, okay. So anyway, when you get these people that do things that they do here online indiscriminately, yeah, pretty much. You got to understand, look and see how many people they actually help. And you'll understand, you won't see pictures like this, like you see Charlie and this guy right here with an old black guy and a young black guy. You won't see that shit. Only person that even comes close to that is Denzel Washington. He's the only maverick that even comes close to that. Denzel will invite you in, tell you, come on in, baby, it's all right. Sí, yo sabe español, ¿por qué? Huh? Ok, está bien, gente. Salud. Bendiciones, tú sabes. En el momento, yo hablo con la gente, pero en YouTube, ok? Ya con su boca, tú sabes. Salud, la gente, está bien. So anyway, long story short, like I was saying, it's crazy because sometimes you'll get people, and I'm going to say this for the better part. Let me slow this down. Sometimes you'll get people that are black American, and they don't know how to actually only people that speak Spanish don't know what the fuck I said. That's why I'm laughing right now. Never mind. But it wasn't insulted. It was like some love shit. But at the same time, ja. Por un momento, tú sabes, no hablo calamente, pero era YouTube. But long story short, well, you're dealing with this app now. You're dealing with people that have incentives, have directives, have narratives, and they will create them, they will execute them, etc., etc. Many a times, those faces behind those people doing that stuff are black men, believe it or not. I've had black and white men. I've had black men and white men be some of my biggest opposition here on this app. You have the white men that are usually the trolls. The black dudes don't troll like that. The black dudes come in, they'll say something personal about you. Oh, nigga, your hair fucked up. Oh, nigga, your lips ashy. I know how to distinguish that shit. I'm cool with that. I can deal with that, get you up out of here. It'll be the white guys that come in and say the most sick shit. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, this sick. I could be live at 4 o'clock in the morning, be some white dude. I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You speak common sense. That's why most people lack that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm the last of the Mohicans on that. I don't know. I've just never seen the way that people think. Like, it's like everybody's turning into robots or like sheep or some shit. Like, I don't know, man. But I'm like, definitely this ain't the location that I need to be at anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out what are my options and everything like that. And there's not many. There's not many alternatives. I mean, you can go to a lot of different websites and apps and shit like that, but there's not many that are going to give you the results like this is. Even if you're on Facebook or one of those places, you still got to revert back to here. Isn't that crazy? Because this is owned by the #1 search engine in the world. And most of the people that are here, yeah, you got that right. You got that right. I'm gonna finish talking about Cardi real quick, and then we'll do the rest later. Like I said, I can't be here for more than an hour, and there's no donations and nothing else coming in. There's definitely other shit that I could be doing. So we're gonna wrap this up real quick with this Cardi thing. Let me say this about Cardi B, right? Yeah, and I wish I could stay here much longer, mistake and everything like that, but I can't. You know, like between at one point in this live, I had over 450 people in here, and I said, just double tap the screen, hit the like button. I wouldn't even ask you for nothing, and they couldn't do that. So I have to go through my what's the name YouTube studio, and I have to remove those people, some of those people too. I got over 1,000 this past so far this month, so I got to remove some of those people too, because those people just sit here. I found this one guy. He's a blogger, and I went to his page, and it was just crazy. I think we had my homie. I don't know you. I don't know nobody named Ahmed, and please stay the fuck out of my motherfucking chat room. Anyway, I went to this guy's page. I think it was had to be like 2 days ago, because I was going through there then, and I was removing people, and so I went to his page and shit or whatever. Right, and I went to his page, and the dude was sitting there, and he was trying to talk about like he was trying to kind of similarly talk about the same shit that I be talking about or whatever, but he just couldn't get it right. You know what happens to transit? Tyler's wife is Tyler is oh yeah Tyler yeah I appreciate that, Mark. You get people that are just delusional, man. That's the only thing I can say. But I can't do no more to disrespect on here. The shit is just crazy. Like, it's a big troll and mill farm. It's not even fun anymore. That's why I said I just rather do the uploads. You know what I mean? Like, if I do the uploads, it's better. Like me sitting here and be like, oh wow, I got 54,000 views on the last one, but nobody donated or supported. It's just like it's worthless. It's just like you trading time for nothing. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said we just do these once or twice. After hours pass by, I don't see nobody has contributed or donated or whatever. Then it used to be 2 hours. I don't even give it 2 hours. I just give it an hour. If it hadn't happened, I'm out. You know what I mean? As far as Cardi's concerned, I can wrap this up, and I can wrap damn shit up real quick too, because I don't need a lot of explanation. That's why I wanted to talk more about Charlie, and I'll talk some more about Charlie later on. But for example, with Cardi, a lot of people are judging Cardi now because she's still married to Offset, and they're like, oh, well, she's still married to Offset, and she's pregnant. Listen, they've been over for a minute, all right? They've been over for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They've been over for a minute. I appreciate that, Marky Mark. Yeah, I can't be here no more like that. That's why I said I hadn't been here the past 2 days. They thought I was joking, but it was just like, I seen that last live, and I did 54,000 views, and not one person donated. I said, no, this is personal. These are people that don't like me or don't like men or don't like men of color, whatever it is. I don't need to be exposed to people like that because in my regular life, I'm not exposed to people like that. See, somebody in my regular life that's like that, I just get the fuck away from them. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't sit there and try to rationalize with them and shit like that. Niggas be sitting online trying to rationalize with these bitches and these niggas. I don't do it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not rationalizing why you acting like a dickhead or you trolling. I'm not rationalizing why you a loudmouth bitch on. I'm not rationalizing none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And if you get too motherfucking thirsty, like, man, listen. Pretty soon, you're going to start seeing niggas pull up at these motherfuckers' houses, dog. I'm trying to tell you. So like I said, niggas is out here talking about Cardi, talking about, well, she's not broken up with Offset. They've been done. And that's just how Dominican women get down. All right, not the devil. Enough Dominican women and Latino women, period. When they done with you, they done with you, nigga. It's like, it's no turning it back. She ain't walking it back. Only way you got a little bit of leeway is if you her baby daddy. You not her baby daddy or some shit like that, she is not fucking with you, sir. You see what I'm saying? Get your shit, get the fuck out. Especially Dominican women. I say Dominican women, Colombian women are like that. Honduran women are definitely like that. But Honduran women will give you more of a chance than Dominican women will. Dominican girls, let me tell you something about Dominican girls. Dominican girls that have a husband, a boyfriend, and a chicho. Dominican women will have a husband, a boyfriend, and a chicho level. I'm trying to tell you. If it's them and Puerto Rican women, I say Dominican women, Puerto Rican women, Mexican women, Peruvian women. I said Colombian, right? And I would have to say after that, the tie for tie is definitely Dominican. On the tie for two is definitely Dominican, Cuban, and what's the name in that order? Dominican, Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Where is the lie? Yo, I'm dead serious. Them bitches will leave you in the dust, bro. Like, they don't give a fuck. Yo, we over. And that's it, just like that. Yo, we over. For real, for real. But what, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how Dominican girls do. So I know how to get down. What he said? Dead ass Bronx shit. You know what I mean? I love my Latin women. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, like, that's all I won't say always. Like, when I deal with black girls, I deal with pretty black girls. My last girlfriend was black. I was with her for 8 years, and she lived with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but she was different, though, because she wasn't like some hood booger chick. She was different. She's a hard find, because she was born and raised Muslim. She had a genuine personality that's hard to beat. It wasn't that she was innocent or no shit like that. She just had a genuine personality. And most of the time when you find that personality in a lot of black women, I hate to say it like this, I don't mean to offend anybody, they're usually like white guys or something that's other than them. Because in the environments that a lot of times that they grow up in, they don't find that. She grew up in a good environment and she wasn't like that. And so that just nestled us closer to each other, whatever. It's hard to replace women like that. I just had an article today that I pulled up, and it was from the New York Post. You guys can go to the New York Post and find it today. And they were talking about the New York dating scene. And where I live right outside New York. I'm like minutes away from New York, like literally. I'm about to be in New York tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I can't be sitting here. I ain't making no money with niggas. I got shit to pay for when I get out and leave out the door. So I got to go record tonight. And so, and that's if I go. If I don't want to go tonight, I can go tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 days open to choose any of those days I don't want to. So, you know what I mean? Because the people, what happens is basically one of my mans is an engineer. There ain't many studios out here no more that people are utilizing, but the ones that are out here, they basically contract him and he'll contract the space, or the studio itself will contract him and he'll be in there. But sometimes the artist will be like, yo, we're going to be 2 hours late. We're going to be 3 hours late, or we're going to have to cancel this one or whatever. So he sits there and he'll work on his own stuff or whatever, and I come in and I work too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my man Brian. I'll say your name, nigga. Shout out to my man Brian and a few other people, because he deserved that. He been doing that for me for like a year. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't paid a dime to go to a studio now. It's far and few between, but I ain't paid a dime to go to a studio yet, and I appreciate that, because like I can get concepts at home and stuff like that, but I can't record nothing. And none of these niggas in the music game either. Like, let me tell you something. I come from the music industry, and a lot of people, and when I say I come from the music industry, some of these fucking established artists, I've been around the music industry longer than they have. And one thing I was speaking about black men, which is different, because my friend Brian that I'm talking about, he's Latino. You know what I mean? He's not black. And so one thing I'll tell you about black men, they're not very willing to help somebody unless they see something they can get out of it. And that's just how they are. It's always probably gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. I don't care. You know what I mean? I really don't. I got over that a long time ago. But with my Latino brothers, it's very different. Niggas don't help you because they looking for something. Niggas help you because they genuinely fuck with you, and that's the difference. And so, you know, it is what it is. We don't stress that too much. But as far as Cardi's concerned, niggas is out here talking about her, coming about she nasty, she fucked up for having a baby on Offset or whatever. Look, Offset 3 babies in, man. That nigga solidified. Where you going? You know what I'm saying? Like, where you going? You know what I mean? It is the truth. It is the truth, Vivian, right? They sit around and let me tell you, I'll get to that in a second, Vivian, right? But what's going on, B? They sit around and they act like, and I'm not talking about all black men, that's ridiculous, but majority of black men are taught like their mamas is. You know, a woman is always, and tell me if you agree with this, Vivian, women are always in competition with each other. I got 2 sisters. I know what I'm talking about. I just want another woman to come in and comply with sheep dates. Women are competition based anyway. But if you got a woman that's competition based and she's raising or they're raising a whole bunch of sons, the men now become competition based. That's why I always got a little slogan for them now, and I'll look at a nigga straight in their face and it fucks them up because they don't know how to respond. I got 2 phrases. One, when niggas be looking at me because I be dressing fly or something like that or whatever, a nigga will look you up and down like you a bitch. I'm dead serious. These new niggas they have out now, black ones, white ones, Spanish ones, all 3 are like these boys. Because some of you white women have raised some of these boys to be a little sweet too. This is why you see a motherfucker that's 25 years old is still trolling. A motherfucker that's 35 years old still trolling. He's trolling nothing specifically, but what he appears to think is weak men or what he appears to think is weak women. So you have these men that are on there, and a lot of them, I hate to say it, the majority of them, they exist in 3 groups heavily. The black community, the white community, and the Latin community. Oh my God, the flamingo ass niggas that's in fucking Latino culture nowadays is ridiculous. You don't have no more like que macho andoro pero la campo type you Latinos. Now you got like these fucking la sabor, como es, como diga, la sabor la azúcar flamingo. That's what. Mira qué. Ay, ¿qué pasó contigo? Mira qué. Para mí eso. This is a man talking, you know. So you get these guys now. They've been raised on the titty, as I like to say. Ladies, it ain't your fault. Some of y'all, you know, you got a bad car dealt to you. I know a nigga told you he's gonna buy you a new refrigerator or something like that. You said, oh shit, Mario, okay, you gonna buy me a new refrigerator? I give you these drawers. Next thing you know, you popping out with 2, 3, 4 babies. You know what I'm saying? You get Mario a second chance, he fuck up. Yeah, I would ever see you again, Mario. I take care of these kids by my fucking self. You know what I mean? It's all over. Now, little Mario Jr., he growing up with no daddy. The niggas in the hood is his inspiration. You know what I'm saying? And so them niggas been raised by motherfucking single mamas. So he act like a bitch. It's like them niggas act like a bitch. And you think them niggas is acting like men, but they really not acting like men. I saw these same type of men today online talking about Cardi B. Been told for the fridge. You think I'm lying? Listen, I ain't even trying to be funny, and I ain't never did this on purpose, but I'm just telling you how I be. All right. You want to see a bitch be humble? Go over our house on the 26th of the month. You want to see, you will never see a chick be as humble as a motherfucker around the 23rd, 2027. Bitch is humble than a motherfucker. Going through the 23rd through the 26th. I'm sorry. Guys, make sure y'all double tap the screen and hit the like button. So you got chicks out here that literally ain't had their baby daddy in their life for years, right? Years, son, years. And now all of a sudden they out here telling my Cardi wrong. Cardi, why did I say that? Why you say that? Why I say that? Because it's the truth. Listen, The average chick in the hood, average white chick, average Latin chick, whatever. I'm talking about the average chick. I'm talking about the chick that's working a 9 to 5 job. I'm talking about the chick that's at Chick-fil-A for 12 hours a day or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You live in check to check basically with a little savings here and there. Then you want to get fly, so you spend all your money on clothes mostly or whatever, whatever. This is why you'll never see me with a whole bunch of new clothes and shit. You ever notice that? I buy a little something here, a little something there. I don't never buy no whole bunch of new clothes and shit like that. I haven't bought no new clothes. I actually need a new wardrobe. But I haven't bought no new clothes in probably like, I'm talking about like a wardrobe, like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I hung with the bullies, but I want no bully. Nah. You don't know what a bully is, do you? What's his name? Kasanki. You don't know what a bully is. You must have been one of the nerds then. You was one of the nerds. You used to get beat up and shit. Yo, you can talk to me, Sean. Kai, come on, Sean. You can talk to me. You used to get beat up and shit. That's why you were here. You know what I'm saying? I made you feel a nerve or something. Y'all chill. Nigga used to get beat up. Hold on. What's going on? What the niggas say? Cal Kasanki. Hey, listen, step to the stage, bro. Like, you used to get beat up in school and shit. They used to shake you down. Like, niggas used to turn you upside down. By your pocket. Yo, what happened, son? Talk to me, man. I'm here for you, bro. What happened? You used to get beat up in school, huh? You don't want to talk no more? You ain't got nothing to say? Nah? All right. He said, well, you the bully in high school. Oh, here go another one, y'all. He been here for 17 years. Jesus Christ. We got another. That's another one. He been here for 17 years. We got another commenting veteran. Another commenting veteran. Oh, boy. I came with this fucking app, dog. Bitches is out here, ain't never had their baby father in their life ever. Talk about Cardi B wrong for not being separated from Offset and having a goddamn baby. How you doing, Stan Valiant? So, bitches, let me rephrase this for you again, because Shorty asked me, why you say that? Because between the 23rd and the 26th, the average bitch in the hood, the average bitch is working a 9 to 5 job, is out of money. That's why I said that. You're out of money. I didn't just say black women, you silly fucking victim bitch. I said black woman, white woman. I said there's all kinds of bitches in the hood. I know some Italian chicks out here in the hoods in Connecticut and Bridgeport, Hartford, or whatever, that will wipe the floor with your motherfucking ass if I ask them. And there wouldn't be nothing you could do about it. I know some Italian chicks like that. I know some Greek chicks like that. I know some Irish chicks like that will mollywop some of these bitches in the motherfucking hood. You understand what I'm saying? Test them if you want to. You understand what I'm saying? You'll see Becky beat your ass. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you'll see. You'll see Becky beat your ass. You don't want, listen, don't fuck with the girls here at CT. You be thinking they pussy. They're not. I'll take you around some places in Connecticut that it's outside of my little humble suburban shit right here. So when you sitting there pointing, trying to play that shit, talking about, I'm Tigress Cleaner. Why do you think black women in the hood spend all their money on material things? All bitches spend their money on material things. All these bitches do. And all these bitches spend their money on material things because they want one thing. They're trying to get a goal of getting a husband or a man that will take care of them in the moment. I ain't mad at you. The thing is, when he said, laughing my ass off, you so lame. I'm so lame. All right, so we're gonna let him say it. We're gonna let him sit here. We're gonna let him say it. 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 This is a bitch nigga. I got him. Don't worry about it, chat. I got him. All right, bitch nigga, tell me how I'm wrong. Go ahead. You got 20 seconds. Let's see how smart you really are. Come on. Clock begins now. Tell me something different from what I said. Come on, whole nigga. Hurry up. Oh, you a bitch, nigga. You like to throw questions back at people. I got you. Yeah, you was definitely raised by a bitch. You've been here for 11 years and no subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we have a veteran troll. Now, that's a troll. That's a veteran troll right there. Not to be confused with a veteran commenter. This is a veteran troll. Very different. Veteran trolls get less respect than veteran commenters. Veteran commenter I can deal with. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you don't say nothing crazy. This is a veteran troll. Nah. You ain't got enough followers for us to read your comments. So anyway, been in here for fucking 17 years and ain't got no followers. Think we gonna read your comments? He do that in every chat. See what I mean? Bitch ass men. I keep trying to tell you that. Y'all think I'm joking. The men are not going to donate to another man because of the pure simple fact they want to be looked at as a man. Specifically, if it's black men or Latin men, they want to be looked at as the man. White men, they're not going to donate to you specifically because most of them, not majority of them. I'm not going to say majority of them, but they don't want to hear what that nigga got to say. So let's say good 45%. We'll make it more so they do than don't, because I truthfully believe that. But there's going to be a high potential of white men that don't want to donate to me. There's going to be a high potential of black women specifically that don't want to donate to me because they believe in certain rhetorics that people preach to them. So if you speak another language or something like that or whatever the case may be, they put these little imprints on you, whatever. They're basically, nowadays, to be honest with you, most of the day, today, majority of white and black culture is majority fascist, communist, and socialist supporting, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And a lot of these women, if you listen to the rhetorics that they talk about online, and the men that join them and support them, you'll quickly figure that out. But like I said, you got bitches, thank you. You got bitches online nowadays, and I'm going to say it just like that. You got bitches online nowadays talking about all kinds of silly shit. I saw this other silly bitch the other night, Dr. Joy something or whatever. People say, Corey Holcomb over there, 5150, said the bitch ain't a doctor. I remember when the bitch was originally... See, I remember these hoes as they come up. This is why I was mad at Corey Holcomb motherfucking ass. Listen, nigga. I remember let me tell you some funny shit Corey said to this bitch. Y'all thinking, like, y'all heard me say something about Corey? No, nigga. If I say something about the nigga, that's because I want to say it. I don't need no motherfucking cheerleaders, and I'm not saying what the fuck I'm saying just to be saying it. I'm saying it because there's a reason behind it. That's how I fucking felt. That don't mean I want to see Corey Holcomb walked on a plank. I want to see Corey Holcomb poke the fuck up. That don't mean fuck Corey Holcomb for life or whatever. I just like, nigga, I don't like what the fuck you said, and I'm going to say something about it. Why not? You say it on 5150 when you see somebody do shit you don't like. So it's cool for you to do it, but it ain't cool for everybody else to do it. Fuck out of here with that shit, nigga. That ain't what Chi-Town about, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Now, I expect more to that than you, Vice City. Now, like I was saying, motherfucking this bitch, Dr. Joy Bryant, I guess that's what this hoe's name was. She was on Corey's show not too long ago. Well, not Corey's show. She was on Zoe. I won't say his name right. Zoe Williams. Shout out to Zoe Williams. Also 5150 legend. Zoe don't like me. he got a quasi like me. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyway, Zoe had the bitch on his show originally. This is the first time I ever seen this hoe. Black chick. And I remember this shit. He was trying to peddle this little ass motherfucker. Corey called it a pamphlet. She was trying to say it was a book. She was trying to promote this pamphlet. And Corey, word for word, verbatim, said, he said, let me see that book. He said this shit a week's worth of tweets. He said a book was a week's worth of tweets. This little small ass book. But this hoe was able to piggyback off Zoe Williams. Then she got some notoriety because she was on Zoe's show. A lot of people respect Zoe and what Zoe say. So she went from Zoe's show to other shows, and she just kept piggybacking off of niggas, basically using people till she gained some notoriety. I don't do that shit. I think that shit is weak. When you piggyback off niggas, one thing you gotta realize is at that point, now they gonna wanna how can I say it? Now they gonna wanna investigate you and be friends with you and try to find ways to take you down and shit like that or whatever. I don't fuck with these niggas on this fucking app shit. They don't fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't take these niggas seriously. All right, let me just say this shit about what's the name real quick and get the fuck up on out of here. If you a bitch online right now, you talk about Cardi B and talking about Cardi B's situation, bitch, fuck you. Your baby daddy ain't been around in years. You don't know, you got kids by multiple fathers in some cases, and them niggas ain't been around in years. You understand what I'm saying? Cardi got the money to take care of her baby. Cardi got the money to take care of her lifestyle. Cardi got a new album coming out or whatever. Whether she performed the album pregnant or not, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's on her. But more importantly, what I want to say is this. You know what I'm saying? I know how Dominican women move. Dominican, like, excuse me, Dominican women ain't waiting for no nigga. They not. All right, nigga, we'll get to it. We gonna get divorced. We'll get to it though. I'm saying, don't worry about it. I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's how Dominican women think. That's what I said. We all think differently. But that divorce coming, trust me. They ain't getting back together. If you think Offset and Cardi B is getting back together now, because see, some Dominican women, they'll say shit like that just to get you jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, my parents don't even know now. I said, oh no, man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, because I know, trust me, that's the first person you call it, Mommy! Guess what? Empresario! Again, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Sì, numero 4. Numero 4. Sì, la babè, papà, un 12. Na mio sposo. Stop pretending like y'all motherfuckers got morals nowadays. Y'all niggas be online doing all kinds of shit, talking all kinds of shit about people, trying to throw people under the bus and every fucking thing else. I'm gonna talk about Dame Dash later on, because there was a lot of things Dame Dash had to say that were absolute truths. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I keep marking them and marking them and marking them. There was also some some crab shit you did on there too, I gotta admit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas caught you in a lie. It wasn't really a lie, but it was exaggerated. And my nigga, I ain't gonna run that one with you. Like these niggas be trying to run around like they vampires in the Grim Reaper. You're too old for that. I'm not gonna say no shit like that to Dame Dash. I'm just gonna say don't do shit like that. Not now in these days. They'll try to eat you alive with that shit. And that nigga you was over there talking to, that Charlemagne nigga, man, the all radio stations you could go to, don't go to that shit no more. That shit ain't worth shit over there anymore. They let anybody on there. They let anybody on Power 105. Be on Power 105 ain't a big deal no more. Huh? Fuck iHeartRadio. Fuck every last one of y'all niggas over there. Word up. You know what I'm saying? You know for me no motherfucking money. Neither is any of y'all niggas in the rap industry. So what the fuck I give a fuck for? It's niggas I literally know that are signed artists. Some of the artists will blow your mind who I know. These niggas won't come through here and drop $3,000, $4,000 so your boy can get right. So I tell niggas when I get back on, which I will be on, don't none of y'all niggas ask me for shit. Don't come up to me acting like we friends and yo, I always knew you could make nigga fuck you. Security, get this nigga, man. For real. Matter of fact, move out to the side. I got him. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like don't come talking to me. I don't want to be your friend. You understand? We ain't friends. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have in a situation you can help motherfuckers, these niggas be out here giving $4,000 paying for bitches scholarships, sending bitches to college and shit like that or whatever. And then when you turn around, the same bitches they were spoiling and spending money on, just like Puff's dumbass. You understand what I'm saying? We love you, nigga. But just like Puff dumbass, you spend all this money on these hoes and shit while you letting the homies in them motherfucking have the rags and tatters and shit, the crumbs. But you spending top dollar on bitches that will sit in court and motherfucking testify against your dumb ass. And now you facing anything. The whole fucking company legacy up for grabs over some bitches. Some bitches. One bitch walked away with 30 million, man. So excuse me if I'm a little, you know what I mean, about chicks, man. I just don't see it. Anyway, it don't matter. There's a lot of things Dame said that did make sense. You know what I'm saying? Dame's trying to take care of his family, but I'll give you one little quick story real quick. Y'all can look this up. And I'll say this in defense of Dame Dash. And Cam, y'all cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out, bro. Yo, Cam, cut that shit out, dog. Cut that shit out. You and ultimately at the end of this gonna look untrustworthy. Trust me when I tell you this, Cam. You at the end of this, you gonna listen to me, Cam. Listen. At the end of this, Playboy, you gonna be the one that looks untrustworthy. You gonna look like the one that looks like a snake. And you gonna look like, not because you did some snake shit or something like that or whatever. No, it ain't that. I know how public perception work, and you should too. I'm trying to tell you, they love you right now, nigga. Give them 10 months from now, fuck up one time, and you skip up, they're gonna start doing the run back. They're gonna start doing the run back. Stop off these back and forths with Dame. Let him say what he gonna say. Let him say what he gonna say. How many positions he put you in, nigga? You this other night sat there on your show after you kicked off Adrian Broner and papered him up. I'm like, how you gonna paper up Adrian Broner? This nigga a multi-millionaire. But y'all niggas is skipping out on niggas like, did you go drop J.R. Ryder some money? Huh? How about Hell Rail them niggas? They good? You see what I'm saying? Like, niggas is not looking out for the other niggas, and niggas be like, well, you a grown man. White men don't say that to other white men. See? See? That's something for you to learn right there. See? They endorse each other. That nigga ain't even got a quarter of what Trump got. I'm looking for no handouts from these niggas. I'm gonna be the nigga doing the hand outing sooner or later. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be that nigga that pop up because Cat Williams do shit like that. I'm gonna be that nigga just pop up. Yo, I like how you move, man. Tell him, send him this 3,000. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shorty, get kicked out here, man. Give her this 5,000 real quick. I want to be that nigga. Because none of y'all sucker ass niggas will be that nigga. I ain't calling you a sucker, Cam. I'm just talking about in general. None of these sucker niggas are them type of niggas. These niggas are more decadent and violent. When the pub shit was going on, I knew 3 artists, literally. And you know who the fuck you are, and y'all watch me sometime. I said, yo, son, I need about 5,000 to get right. I got some things I got to do, whatever. And then one of the niggas, I ain't gonna say your name, don't worry about it. One of the niggas said the exact words to me. He said, well, you know, your man, your bullshit man's whatever. No, you in court right now, son. That shit wouldn't even look right if I sent you some money through cash. I said, well, take me to the bank and get, nah, son, I can't even do that. I said, ah, good. I never spoke to that nigga again. I even went to the point that I didn't block the nigga because I want you to see me shine when I come back up. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that's looking out for me isn't black. That's the funny thing about it. There is not black people. Let me tell you something about black men. Black men do not like to see each other shine. This is why the women are winning. Because the men are raised by bitches, but the thing is, they're raised with bitch tendencies. So bitches, basically, they argue with each other and shit like that, right? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can't really do business with. Sooner or later, it's gonna go bad. It's gonna go sour, son. Trust me. That's why I said I gotta open up my idea of like moving forward. I can't really do business with black dudes. It's just not. It's a farce. I get more, and I'm not shitting on anybody. I get more of a positive feeling, better introduction, better interaction with business when I'm dealing with whites. Even if they or Latinos, maybe they might fuck me over in there. Who knows or whatever. But it doesn't feel like I'm getting scaled and scammed. Black people think that you're supposed to have this adoration for them and kiss their ass based on the fact that we share the same skin tone. That's the most retarded shit I've heard in my fucking life. That's retarded. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't kiss their ass or kiss the ring, oh, we ain't gonna support you. No, that's absolution. You're being an absolutist. That's in line with being a communist and a fascist. So it makes sense now that these bitches go around bragging about their education and everything like that or whatever, because the case in point, you've been indoctrinated, bitch. And now you want to spread your indoctrination tenets amongst the rest of the culture and have them believing in the same indoctrination that you chose to embrace. Nah, bitch, I'll pass. I'll pass, ho. I'll pass. Let me see if anybody hit the cash at me on that. I'm out. Got time to be shit with these niggas. Oh, well, unfortunately, y'all, that is my time. I felt I went 30 minutes over or whatever the case may be. I appreciate all y'all tuning in and everything like that. I'm not going to repeat everybody's name except for one person who is, shout out to Lady Sparkle. Let me get this one right here. Out of here. I ain't see his punk ass. Get rid of this Tigress Kino bitch. She been here too long. That's all she do is write in my chat room all the time. Indians Exposed, I appreciate you. I appreciate Lady Sparkle. I appreciate you writing my cash app. I just now seeing that. Joe Kozik, I appreciate that too, but yeah, I can't be sitting here longer than that. So in about give me like 2 days, y'all. I'll be back live here with y'all. I might even possibly be back tonight. Did you see Charlie bleed like a vagina? That's what somebody wrote in here. Did I see Charlie bleed like a vagina? Now, I don't know if that's a man or a woman, but I just go to let you know what I was talking about earlier. There's a bunch of sick people on here. Y'all don't see this guy right here? Look, I'm gonna let y'all see it. I'm gonna push the show. It got retracted, but I can still see it on the screen. And it says, did you see Charlie bleed like a vagina? Now, you know what the scary part about that is? The person who wrote that, let me say this before I get off of here. The reason I go in on these trolls and all that shit or whatever the case may be is because of this simple fact. Some of these people work regular jobs. You know that? They work regular jobs, literally. They could work at a hospital. They could work as a lawyer. They could work at a local convenience store. They could work at your local Starbucks. But these are regular people, make no mistake about it. And this is what you see is the depth crevices of how dark they think. And they're able to expose it and you're able to dissect it here online. Oh, not only Donald Trump, but I hope not only Donald Trump, but I hope a lot of other members of Congress take up on what I was saying. You see the example here. We have a lot of men specifically that are dangerous in this country, and they're using the anonymity that they can hide behind on this app, unlike they can do on other apps. That's why they choose to do it here. And I say to you, if these men are that bold and beckon to do that to another man, what makes you think they don't try to do that to women or what they do to women? That's my point. You understand what I'm saying? Now, in real life, you know, I like to play baseball. Grew up on baseball. Always had a metal bat, Louisville. Yeah, I like to play baseball. Baseball. Baseball season not to next year though. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, man. Yeah. So, like I said, I think we need to start making people show their ID. I think that'll be the best solution for this app is to make people start showing their ID online. With that said, guys, I gotta go. Like I said, if I ain't making no money on here, I appreciate the views and everything, but I got to go. Y'all have a nice afternoon. And yeah, it is, man. Appreciated this guy and everybody else is here or whatever. Make sure y'all hit up the Cash App. Next time I'll be able to. Yeah, they are. I'm hyperbolic. You need more neurons. So you're trying to call me stupid, huh? I hear you, man. You know what? Let me tell you something real quick. You, my friend, are what you call a narcissist, silly, non-psychoanalytic, wannabe, intellectual piece of shit that has never been successful in anything that you have launched. Therefore, you bring your low self-esteem and your low energy into my chat room and frolic as you've been frolicking for a year on an anonymous account with no subscribers. You are the very motherfucker that I'm talking about. Bye, bitch. Imagine being this retarded and gay. He's still writing stupid shit. That's all right. We got him out of there. All right, y'all. Yeah, that's why I said I do an hour or so, get the views, to light something out. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you.